Hey guys, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and today I'm back with episode 3 of Bustin' Through My Christmas Stash, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in here. So, what I decided to do was I'm using this Photoplay collection called Frosty Friends. I do believe I picked this up this year. I don't know how old it is, but I think I picked it up at the last expo that was here in Arizona. And here's just some overview of the cute little images and pattern papers, and I even cut out a chunk of the top here for one of my projects. And all I have left of the collection is a few of the stickers, which I'm going to pass on to a little girl in my neighborhood, and then just these two little scrap pieces of paper, which I'm not too worried about. So, and the other thing that I used was like I said, I'm trying to use up some stuff that's already kind of pre-made. And I own a Bind It All from years ago. I do love this thing. I used to make albums for my daughter's soccer team at the end of the year and things like that. So I had packages of covers, which I've taken these out of the plastic just to prevent the glare. But I had white chipboard covers. And then I had some white pages, which this is a full pack, but I had a partial pack, and that's what I used. The papers aren't super thick, so I did glue two together and used up what was remaining of a pack that I had, so that was good. And then I used up some of the rings. I do still have quite a few. I don't even know if you can really easily get these anymore, but I did find some smaller ones at a thrift store pretty recently, so I was excited about that. So what I made, the first project that I made was an album, obviously with the Bind It All. And here it is, and I'll try to avoid that glare for you. But so I tied a whole bunch of ribbon to the ring binding. I love that look. This is going to probably be a gift, so I wasn't too worried about it being so feminine. And then I used one of the large cut aparts that says "There's no place like home." And I made a shaker with it, and I framed that in some tonic specialty paper, and I used my We Are Memory Keepers frame punch board to create the frame, and then just rounded the corners. I put a little, I kind of cut the bottom piece a little bit wavy, and then I put a little wave of vellum on top just to give it some more interest there. And then inside I used a mix of, I had a sequin mix that I picked up at Tuesday Morning. I had a few of these styrofoam balls, which I love to use in winter scenes because the static makes them stick. So there's always something floating, even when everything else is settled down on the bottom like it is now. And I mixed in a few sequins of the colors that match the pattern paper. And I'm going to move that so you don't have to look at the glare. But this was the main sequin mix that I used. And I wanted to point this out if you guys see this at Tuesday Morning. It is fantastic. It has snowflakes, snowmen, and then it even has these little, let's see if I can grab one out of there, these teardrop shapes that are clear, and it's a really pretty mix. You know, for $2.99 you get a lot, so I just wanted to share that. But back to the album. Along the edge here, it's easier to see on the back without the glare from the shaker, but I just punched a border of silver glitter paper. And that's just a border punch that I have, and then I used one of the pattern papers layered with black on top of the white chipboard. And then inside, so here's for a 4x6 photo. Anywhere that things overlap the photos, you can, I left them free so that the photos can go behind. These are some more of those snowflakes from Tuesday Morning. This is a sticker that I just mounted on some cardstock. This is one of the cut aparts here. And I hit it with a little bit of stickles. And then tucked behind here is just a little spot for some journaling. And then on the next page, I used some Polaroid die cuts that I had in my stash. And they're perfect for 2x2 photos. So, and then there's some journaling spots tucked in there as well. Then on this side, there's a spot for a 4x4 and a 2x2. And this is one of the stickers, and this is the stickers, and I just made it into a little banner with some twine. And then here, this is a bordered die that I have. And I just cut some of that same glitter paper out of silver. This is a sticker, and I added a little stickles to it. And again, here there's some hidden journaling spots here and here. It's a really basic album. Like I said, I did it up pretty old school, but sometimes it's nice to get back to the roots and do the stuff that we haven't made in a while, and I really enjoyed kind of getting back to that. And this has tons of room for photos. This is another one of the cut aparts here. I added some of the stickers along the border here just to tie in that background paper of the lights. And then again, stickles on the cut apart there. And then this page, I made a snowbank that went all the way across with some white glitter paper, and then just added some stickers here and there. And then again, lots of room, 3 3x4s and 1 4x4 photo there. And then the last page, I just did, you know, same thing. I just cut a bunch of 2x2 squares and then alternated photos and scenes, and then some of the little stickers with just the words on them. I like those because you can kind of tuck them everywhere. And then I cut down one of the cut aparts, used it kind of like a border at the top, and then a spot for a full-size 4x6 photo. And then there's the back. So that was the album that I made. And then with the scraps, I went back to my coffee cup die for gift cards, and I made 8 of them. So I made 2 pink ones, and I just tied some miscellaneous ribbons, and all of them have double jingle bells on them. And again, for those of you who didn't see my Halloween videos, the sleeve slides off, and then this opens up, and it has a pocket inside. This is a Lawn Fawn die that makes this little pocket, and this heart piece is optional, so you could just do it plain or with the heart, but I thought the heart was appropriate. But it holds a gift card perfectly, and then you can just slide the sleeve right back on. So that's those 2. And then I did 2 teal ones. And it was for these, I can't remember which one. I think it was on the last ones that I used the piece from the front. Yeah, it was right here. I actually just punched this out of that front piece, the marketing piece for the right there. That's where those little guys were. Because I needed one more image, and none of the stickers were small enough. But I did 4 of these blue ones. And they're all the same. They just have different images punched out. So out of that small collection, I got 8 gift card holders, which have pattern paper front and back, and the album. So anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I feel like I'm making some progress on my stash, which is really important to me. So all of you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon with number 4.